Hi, so in this series, in this video, we're going to be working with series aiding and opposing voltages. So here I've given you an example of series aiding in this circuit. And what you'll notice is that you have all the voltages that are going to be, well, pretty much just helping each other out to increase the voltage. But the way you do this is first you start off and just pick any corner. And just because I always like to pick this corner right here. So that's where I usually start. And then I go that way. So I'll just keep going this way until I come back to here. And that's usually how I do it. And you can go the other way. There's no right way or wrong way to do it. Just as soon as you pick one way, just go with it and stick with it. So let's start. So here, the way I like to do this is I'm saying if you go towards a power supply, and these are my power supplies, if you go to this one and you're going from a negative to a positive, I add those voltages together. So in this instance, I have a negative to a positive. So I'm going to call that a positive voltage. Why? Just because. So here's my 1,000 volt. And you know, some people will explain it differently. They'll say, well, here you have an area of lower potential over here, and here you have an area of higher potential. So that's one way they think about it. But I mean, you can think about it anyways. And if you want to make it easier for yourself, you could just say you're going from, I don't know, something negative like an ugly girlfriend to something positive like a good-looking girlfriend. And that's a funny way to think about it, but whatever helps you to remember. So that's the way you can do it. So anyhow, right here, so the negative. So negative to positive, so I add that. So there I have 1,000 volts. So I'm going to say plus 1,000 volts. Now I'm going to continue here, keep going to this next one. Then I get to this power supply, and it's a negative to a positive. So again, I'm going to add that because I'm going from a negative to a positive. So plus 100 volts. Now I'm going to continue on from here, going over to this one. Again, negative to positive. Since I'm going from a negative to a positive, I'm going to add it. So the next one is another 10, so plus 10 more volts. So now I'm here, I'm continuing down this way. So again, this one is negative to positive because that's the way I'm going, from a negative to a positive. So I'm going this way. Negative to positive, so I'm going to add that, plus 1 volt. And going through here, get to this one, another negative to positive, so add that one too, plus 20 volts. So let's add this all, so it's 1,000, 1,100, 1,110, 1,111, 1,031, so it's 1,131 volts. That would be the total voltage in the system, so the total voltage. And that's how you would do that one. So now let's go to the next one before I run out of time. And this is an example of series opposing voltages. And let me scroll down a little bit more for you. So let's start off again. I'm going to pick this corner to start off with, and I'm going to go up this way. And I'm going from a negative to a positive, so I'm calling that a positive voltage. So that's a positive, so plus 100 volts. Now, continuing through here, going this way. Now I'm getting again to another negative to a positive, so I'm adding that. So that's plus 20 volts. Plus 20 volts. Now, since I just finished there, continuing on, going down to this guy. Now this is positive to negative. Since that's positive to negative, I'm going from a positive to a negative. So like that's a negative. So this is a negative situation. You're going from a good-looking girlfriend, positive situation, to an ugly-looking one, negative situation. And if you're a girl, you're going from a good-looking smart boyfriend to an ugly poor boyfriend. There you go. So that would be a negative. So that's a negative 100 volts. Now, continuing on, I'm going down this way. Here, I'm going from a positive again to a negative. Don't like that, so I'm going to subtract it again. So another negative 20 volts. And so let's add that up. So that's 100 and the 100, those cancel out. The positive 20 volts and the negative 20 volts cancel out. So we have a total of 0 volts for this circuit because they all cancel out. And yeah, I mean, so that's how you do these. If they're oh, and I know when you look at this, you see that the positives up here. But that doesn't matter. Even though this is positive right here and this is positive right here, even though they both look like they're pointing in the same direction like this, they're not. What you have to follow with this is you have to follow the loop. That's the path you're going on, and that's what matters. So pay attention to the loop. I know it might look like these are going in the same direction, but they're not. So yeah, that's how you do these. So I hope that helped, and if you did like it, please like it. And I'm going to be doing a few more videos on these. Actually, the next one's going to be on power dissipation. So check out the video, and I hope you liked it. And good luck with your classes.